Dunk.
Doing guys, gals, non-binary pals, Infale here with another closed beta cheeky testing video. I don't do many of these, but I just love, the freedom to go nuts with these characters. So in my previous split throw Barbarian video, he was lightning oriented. This is the fire version. It's a lot of fun. So I'll go over skills quickly. Like I said, the same as last time. So skills are max battle command, 1 point grim ward for map boss situations, 1 point wonders, max throwing mastery and increased speed, 1 point wonders. I did have an extra point left over. I think I chucked in natural resistance, or maybe it's from my helmet. Yeah, it's from my helmet. I lied. And skill wise here, we've max split throw, and the rest of the points went into concentrate because it's quite tight. The skill points this build after maxing throw mastery, speed, battle command. It's fine though. It works perfectly fine. So yeah, I've got some freebies here. I haven't used Berserk in any way, but Leap Attack, very useful because this one doesn't have Enigma. That doesn't mean it's cheaper. It's still bloody expensive. So saying that, let's go over the gear. So I wanted this to be fire themed, so I went with Achilles Strike and upped it to a winged axe. Again, the physical damage isn't really doing a lot. It's all about that fire in this scenario. So obviously it's got 200 to 450 native fire damage on it. I filled it full of shales so that it was the fastest breakpoint possible that I could get to. My helmet is a flickering flame for the fire skills, so I didn't spend a lot of time rolling this. I think I rolled it once actually and got 5 and 8, and I was like, good enough. What I did spend ages doing was trying to get a helmet that spawned split throw on it. Because when the patch came in and the devs were like, yeah, split throw's now on, Barbarian helmets and things, I was like, yay! And I must have rolled about 200 helmets, and I was like, really? And then I just settled for this one, because I would have liked to have had 3 to split throw, 3 to throw mastery, and then maybe even some battle orders. But it was nice to get Leap Attack as a free movement skill. So I was very happy with that. Mara's just for life and res, life, attributes and res, and the skills to, bump up the old battle command and stuff, and battle orders. Now, shield choice, Phoenix is the absolute crazy expensive but best option because of the minus 28 to enemy fire resistance, the 268 in my case, enhanced damage to help the physical a little bit better. But obviously, you don't need anything leech or mana per kill or anything because you have a 10 to 12 redemption aura. It just makes you indestructible. It's fantastic. I was experimenting with Dual Dragon first, but the nature of, because it's really nice to have 2, level 24 Holy Fire aura, but it's not a huge number. It mostly, the fire damage from this build comes from the Hydras on striking. And so you get 1 extra Hydra from the armor, so 4 Hydras. I didn't notice the 5 Hydras being of any consequence, which is why I switched to Phoenix, because you're hitting so rapidly and so fast that the Hydras just keep respawning. They get a couple of fireballs off before they go, oh, I'm dead again. So it's a lot of fun, it really is. But mostly the damage comes from this. So the strength, based on character level, is still, quite nice for damage. It's all good stuff. To go with the fire theme, I went with Inferno Strides. You can pick any boot slot here, really. I just went with them for fire. Ravenfrost for Cannot Be Frozen. Again, if I could get a slam knocking around or craft some half-freeze boots maybe, because you get half-freeze from Flickering Flame, I wouldn't need the Ravenfrost, and you especially don't need the AR with this build. That's insane AR. And obviously we've not done battle orders or anything yet, or got a Grim Ward down. So, yeah. Razor Tail for Pierce. Wisp Projector for the Spirit of Barbs for that extra deadly strike. Again, kind of inconsequential, but you don't need the Heart of Wolverine either. Again, you could experiment with ring slots here. You can go with 2 Bull Kathos wedding bands, have loads of life per character level and life leech. Well, you don't need life leech. Using Phoenix. This is a bit jank. I just wanted to show you guys. Right, and Magnus Skin again because it's fantastic. Flat AR. Again, with split throw, you don't really need it because the AR bonus seems to be insane. But increased attack speed, pierce. Love these gloves. GG. Again, the charms are even more janky. I just went with some faster run, walk, and all resistances because my resistances dived, putting on Dragon, Phoenix, or Dragon. Quite bad. Some masteries with life, fast hit recovery to make up for, problems with breakpoints. And Torch and Annie again, as usual, of course. And then I went with some, because I needed some faster run, walk, breakpoint stuff. So faster run, walk, fire, and then just flat fire. So that's fire prefix and fire suffix. Again, I keep these sorts of charms all season for Vengeance Paladins, so it's not unreasonable to have a little stock of those if you're into Vengeance characters like me, putting Kingslayer on an assassin and filling her inventory full of these charms and watching her Vengeance away. But with Burst of Speed on and Venom and stuff. Great, fun. But anyway, I digress. Right. So that's gear and charms and things. Let's go on to the stats. So we've got a huge amount of strength, but as I said, that's mostly due to Dragon. But you need a bit of strength to put the Aegis on, because Aegises have a 219 strength requirement, but again, blocking, huge defense, happy days. Dex, again, put lots in for AR and split throw damage. Vitality, because we're ranged, I still managed to get 300 in there and get respectable life, and that doesn't even have battle order yet. Switch is a Naj's Puzzler this time, because I didn't have Enigma, and I got very used to teleport positioning my Mercenary and myself to throw, split throw. I was like, I've got to have teleport back in. So, yeah, Naj's Puzzler. So slightly weaker battle orders, battle command and things, but it's a great all-in-one staff. Thanks, again, Nico Kiko taught me this. You can have teleport and free tool skills, battle orders, and battle command, and like I said, have your cake and eat it. Brilliant. So yeah, I've got teleport there, battle cry there, and so instead of having Grimward here, I've got it hotkeyed up instead. So yeah, I would switch and get that out there, and then here would be leap attack. When I'm sort of in situations. The good thing about leap attack as well is you see a big bunch of enemies, and you jump into them with the leap attack, and when you land, you will proc the Hydras, because it's just crazy good, that. And then you can just start throwing split throw, and then the Hydras just pop up like daisies. It's great. So yeah, that's continued. So now we have 18k AR. Just under 4k split throw damage, which isn't terrible when you crank it out at the speed we're cranking it out. Again, like I said, it's the Hydras. Reasonable defense, huge blocking, of course. That's why we got the huge dex, chance to block 75%, and huge reses because of Inferno Stride gives 5 to max fire res, Flickering Flame 4 to max fire res, and Dragon gives 4 to max lightning res. So when I had 2 dragons, actually ended up being worse, sorry, because when you put Phoenix on, you get 8 to max fire res and 4 to max lightning res. So this would actually be a not unreasonable declone character with 90 fire res. But the problem is, with the extended stats, nothing juicy up here, sadly. No damage reductions. So you'd want to pimp your life pool a lot bigger if you're going for those shenanigans. But anyway, as you can see, we've got really decent res. Happy days. Hit recovery's at 50, so obviously 86 is a great breakpoint if I was melee, but because we're ranged, 50 is more than enough. My increased attack speed frames are, 120, bit overkill, so 9 frame throw. I could pull some shales out of there again once I'd sort of fiddled around with some things. Yeah, it's not optimized is what I'm getting at. And then lastly, what's nice is projectile pierce. 109 with this. A bit of razor tail, a bit of magna skin. Yeah. Means we can splat, splat, splat. Speaking of splat, Mercenary. Same as last time, so I'll make it quick. We've got Rapture to get out that lower resist on striking. Huge percentage chance. Obviously, it sets you back a Vex, a Jar, and a low. But it's insane. And then he's got Hustle to make him attack fast and Ariat Face for safety and stuff. Lava Gouts for enchant, again with the fire theme. And then he's got String of Ears for defense and Gore Riders to get crushing blow. Yeah, and as I said, we've got a little bit of Deadly Strike. Actually, no, we don't, because the Spirits is, you know, good for him. In fact, is it good for him? Yeah, it's good for him. He gets Deadly Strike. I don't. We don't need it. So, map choice. Ashen Plains, because fire immunes are only 75%. Obviously, fire enchanted monster might roll, but all gravy. So, example gameplay. Teleport everything together. Slap down that battle orders. Switch back and start the carnage. Helps if I go the right way. So yeah, we leaping in. We can leap into a pack like that. There you go, some Hydra's procs. Leap around a bit. Start throwing. If I just sort of get some Hydras up and stop, they're like, oh, I'm going to cast my Grimward, for example. There we go. As you can see, they're quite tasty. Oh, mine ran out. And as you can see, it's no slouch, the split throw. It really isn't. I seriously think elemental approaches for split throw is the way to go. You know, save the physical crushing blow, deadly strike, craziness, and damage and all that for double throw. You know, get your elementals on, people. Split throw. It's crazy. See, look at this. So much fun. So I sort of hypothesized a cold one, but it would involve like. To be honest, it wouldn't involve anything. There is no cold version of this, sadly. There is no magic version of this. The only thing with magic damage as a throwing weapon is the Ghost Glaive, the unique Ghost Glaive, Wraith Flight. That's got a crazy amount of magic damage on it. But sadly, there's just nothing else with flat magic damage on it that isn't a melee weapon. I mean, you could slap a Sanctuary on and try and get, you know, it's just, no, not even by my standards. So yeah, but speaking of memeing, there is a poison version of this that I'll quickly pull out now. Because yeah, that's pretty reasonable, isn't it? Oh, I hate it when it does that. Technical issues. We're back. Right. And that never happened, people. So, poison version,
not here.
Sadly, just a lot weaker and not as good. So I was lazy and I kept my mercenary from, this was my pacifist barbarian that was summoning golems and skeletons and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, he had dual dominion, so he was dual golems. I believe he had a stone armor on or something. Yeah, there it is. It was a lot of fun, but ultimately quite weak. I was like, not fun. So yeah, quickly the poison one. So we got Beast, and I just wanted to see Sky Warden. I never got one last season. Well, barely played last season because I broke my hand. So we've got Temper's Might for Might Aura. Yeah, Beast for Fanaticism. Doesn't really matter. The Mercenary, I didn't change it, so it's not... Anyway, probably lower resist would help me more. So quickly go over this. So I got a Venom Winged Harpoon, so super fast. Procs Poison Nova on striking, and has up to 30 enemy poison res reduced. Andariels for the 6 to 10 to minus enemy poison resistance. Maras for res skills, etc. again. Exile for the Decrepify and striking, so that they move really slowly and just stay in any potential poison damage clouds going on. Bramble to increase the poison skill damage of the procs when Poison Nova. And then Venom Grip, Snake Cord to increase the poison skill damage procs of Nova. Rainfrost Cannot Be Frozen, Stone of Jordan skill. And then these were Replenish Life boots, I believe was what I wanted. Can't remember why I crafted them. Yeah, I think it was Replenish Life. And then I went with a couple of these because they're very unrealistic to, you know, find a fix of free and suffix to roll the poison, and then some Masteries and War Cries just to get the life up stuff. I think I got a couple of point charms somewhere. Yeah, not really. Kind of whack. But yeah, I'll quickly show the poison version. At least with this one, we get to keep, you know, these. But no teleport again. I just leapt around. Yeah, that's the other problem. When you switch, this goes away. I actually can use Spirit of Barbs on this build, I believe. So skills quickly, yeah, I actually put a point into leap attack so I could leap around. So it's less points all around, but essentially the same skill build. See. Right. And like I say, it's way less damage, people. Way less damage. But it's funny. It looks funny. Poison over him like crazy. Doesn't help against the Thrashers because they're poison immune, but it's pretty hilarious, right? It's a crazy amount of poison bonus, right? As you can see, it does not do a lot. I mean, again, if I got a Carrion Wind ring, one of these slots, and my Mercenary was casting lower resist, you know, it could work a lot better. I mean, it's still not going to be rivaling the Lightning version of this. The Lightning version of this with the Dual Dreams in my previous video is just insane. The Fire one is nice, doesn't keep up to the Lightning one, but still fun. And then this Poison one, I'd say, is sadly a bit whack. I mean, it doesn't help that I'm fighting against poison immune stuff there, but if I poison it and run away... Nope, not dead. Now she did. So there you have it, people. Like I said, no cold and magic to conceive of, sadly. Poison, the weaker end of the group, but more fun, with crazy amounts of Novas. But yeah, I urge you to try the Fire one if you're a super rich boy. Or just do it in closed beta if you've got access. Anyway, thank you for watching. Appreciate you as always. Take care. And see you in the new season.